Hello gorgeous, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. If you're new, it means so much if you click the subscribe button. I do post on my channel every single Tuesday and Thursday. I've been wanting to film this one for a while. I think it can be super useful. It's something that I wish I heard many years ago, and I'm gonna be sharing with you 10 things I wish I knew before starting my fitness journey. So if you've been watching my channel for a while over these last years, I really have made fitness a big part of this channel. I have a whole playlist, which I will link down below, where I share healthy videos all the way from fitness routines, workouts, to healthy food ideas or snack ideas. I learned so much over the years through trial and error, and also doing my own research about nutrition and workouts and just everything that has to do with health. And I definitely have done a lot of mistakes and have learned a lot along the way, and that is why I wanted to share with you all of the things that I wish I knew when I first started, just in case you're first starting your fitness journey, or maybe you're just in it, or you just started not long ago. Hopefully this can be useful. Let me know what is one of your fitness goals. I'm curious to know. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into a little brief talking about kind of my background, so you guys know a little bit about me when it comes to my own personal fitness journey, how I began my fitness journey. I started my fitness journey straight out of high school. So growing up, I was always really into sports. I was a competitive gymnast. I also did martial arts. My dad is a karate instructor, so that was a huge part of my life since I was like 5 years old. I also did soccer, and I loved track and cross country. So as you could tell, I was just really in the sports world. Sports at one point was just my life. So when my sports kind of started to finish and I was starting to go into university, I kind of felt a little bit lost. I always was so used to sports, and now that that was kind of gone, I just felt like I needed to do something. So I decided to sign up for the gym. So I was almost 18 years old when I signed up for my first gym membership. And let me tell you, when I first walked in, I really didn't have a clue of what I was doing, and I had a lot of misinformation around what I should be doing and what I was doing at the start. Making a commitment to get fit can be completely overwhelming because there's so much misinformation and conflicting information out there. So when I first started, I too was like, where am I even going to start? I obviously had a little bit of a base because I was an athlete, but I definitely had to learn a lot throughout the way. I've been on this fitness journey for quite a while now, but as you guys may know, I kind of fell off my fitness journey in the year of 2020 when this whole pandemic hit. I definitely fell off it and was a little bit lost. Now that I'm back on it, I've been really on my game. I've been super proud because I brought a lot more knowledge. I decided to research a lot more, and I really feel like this time ago, going into my fitness journey and continuing it, I feel a lot more educated. I feel like a lot healthier, and I just feel a lot more confident. So with that being said, let's just jump into the 10 things I wish I knew before I went ahead and started my fitness journey. Workouts do not need to go on for hours. When I first signed up for that gym membership, I thought the longer the workout, the better. There were times I was at the gym for over 2 hours, and looking back at how long I used to be at the gym, it is absolutely ridiculous, unnecessary, unsustainable. It gets to a point where it's not healthy, where you're literally in the gym for hours and hours a day. That is just a really unhealthy relationship. It also is not beneficial. When I first started working out, all I really was worried about was doing cardio and doing sit-ups. That was pretty much as far as it went at the beginning. I really had no idea what I was doing, but I just remember I felt like I had to work out for hours, and that meant that that would be a good workout. Overtraining and underfueling can actually lead to loss of muscle mass and also elevate stress levels in your body that is far too high. Even if you just do an effective, good quality 20 to 40 minute workout a day, that is plenty, and that is good enough. You want to go in being intentional with your workouts. Once you are overworking your body, this could just lead to more injury, and at a certain point, you're going to end up plateauing, and your body isn't going to get any better results than if you just did shorter, effective workouts. Hours of cardio won't get you anywhere. Like I said, when I first started going to the gym, I would go to the gym and be there for hours, and a lot of the time what I was pretty much doing most of my workout was cardio. I feel like when you're a girl, especially when you're younger, I know personally for myself, you always hear about girls needing to do cardios to lose weight, and that's how they get fit. It's just do hours of cardio, whether that's the treadmill, the elliptical, the Stairmaster, you name it. I've tried everything. I used to run on the treadmill, I remember, for at least an hour every single time I went to the gym. I used to think that that's what's going to get me the results I wanted, and I realized that it was not giving me the results that I wanted, and it was a huge waste of time. Although cardio can be good for you when it comes to things like it can, yes, burn some calories. It is good for your cardiovascular health, but at the same time, I didn't look any better, and I wasn't losing much weight, to be completely honest, when I was doing that. You have to realize also that your body is going to adapt to the activities that you're doing to it every single day. So when I first started going to the gym and I did cardio, of course it was a lot harder to do an hour of cardio on the treadmill, but then by the end of it, I was so used to running for an hour. It was such a breeze. It was like nothing, and my body was just plateauing, and I wasn't seeing many results come out of it. Weight training and lifting weights will not make you bulky. When I first started at the gym, the weights was something I stayed clear from. Like I said, cardio was my jam back then. And I used to think that if I lift weights, I'm just gonna get really bulky, super muscular and masculine looking, and I wasn't looking for that. But that is just such a misinformation and such a myth. By lifting weights, you are not gonna all of a sudden become this huge bulky person. First off, it's really hard for women to become bulky. It's just not as easy as it sounds. And weight training has so many benefits. So you may think that you're gonna burn more calories by doing cardio as opposed to lifting weights, but that's actually not true. By doing weight training, your metabolism may stay elevated longer after weights than cardio. And this type of workout is much better at building muscle. Strength training is better at boosting your metabolism. The more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn during rest points. This type of training is also better at reducing risk of injury. And this is where you find you're really gonna be able to shape your body, and your body composition is just going to change. You're going to become more toned, more stronger, healthier looking. It's just going to give you your results quicker than just staying clear of weight training and doing cardio. So yes, you could do a mixture. I like to do my weight training for my workout, and then sometimes I will do a little bit of maybe like jump ropes or a HIIT workout, or once in a while I'll go like on a Stairmaster for a little bit after my workout. But for the most part, weight training is what I enjoy, what I love doing, and what I found gives me the best results on my body. And my body just really started to change once I incorporated weight training into my workouts. Cannot spot reduce fat. This is something that I've definitely done as well, where you feel like if you just work on your booty, you're gonna get a bigger booty. If you work on your stomach, you're going to get abs right away, but you cannot spot reduce where your fat loss comes off. Yes, you will, if you work these, do certain workouts that are said to be for your abs or for your legs or arms. Yes, you can make your muscles stronger, and in turn can lead to looking more lean and getting, you know, abs or getting a bigger booty. But when you're losing weight and you're losing fat, you can't just choose, well, I want to lose weight today on my stomach, so that's what I'm gonna do. We are not in control, of course, where our fat loss comes off. It's all a gradual process, and you can't spot reduce your fat. So it's just gonna eventually shed off, and it's gonna come off on different places at different times. And it's unfortunate. I wish you could. And if you're doing a ton of ab exercises doesn't mean you're just going to lose your fat in your stomach first. So that is something to be mindful of. Of course, I do still follow exercises that are targeted for legs or for stomach, and it will build your muscle in that area, but doesn't mean that you are going to get results right away in that area. So just keeping that in mind. Scale does not indicate progress to a certain extent. Of course, the scale will indicate some sort of progress. If you're in a huge weight loss journey, you are obviously gonna lose weight if you've never exercised or were really eating clean, and all of a sudden you're eating clean, you're exercising, you're in a healthy lifestyle, you will notice weight loss. But to a certain extent, it can only tell you so much, and the scale shouldn't be your only form of checking and keeping up with your progress. There are other things you can do. You can take your measurements. You can also take progress pictures, which I totally recommend, because sometimes you may actually gain weight as opposed to lose weight, and it may be really confusing because your body looks different but you're gaining weight, and that is because muscle does weigh more than fat. Want to keep that in mind. And I feel like for a lot of us women, we're so focused on the scale, on the number, and if it goes too high, we feel really down and we guilt trip ourselves, and it's this toxic thing that I feel like it's ingrained in us at a young age once we start learning about weight and hearing everyone talk about other women we know. The scale isn't going to tell you how much body fat percentage you have in your body, how much muscle you have. Take it with a grain of salt, you know. It's not the all end all be all. Doesn't mean if your number is heavier, doesn't mean that you are unhealthy. It doesn't tell you any of that. Making sure you're eating enough food. So unfortunately, when I first went into working out at almost 18 years old, I was 17 to 18, I had more of an unhealthy relationship. And I feel like a lot of girls go through this. I was picked on a lot for my body and for the way I looked when I was in high school. So unfortunately, I always felt like I needed to lose weight, even though I was a healthy weight. Because of that, if you just keep hearing something, you start to believe it. And it took me a long time to really gain confidence in myself and be comfortable in my body, and also just learn more about what's healthy and what actually isn't healthy for you. And one thing that I used to do a lot was undereat, or just not eat enough healthy food. And I just assumed that if you want to lose weight or if you want to be healthy, you just have to eat less. But that is not necessarily true. It's important that if you're working out, you want to fuel your body. You want to make sure you're keeping up and you're eating enough food, because a lot of people actually undereat. There's a huge myth that when you're starting a fitness journey, you have to be in a really restrictive diet. Not only is this very unsustainable, but this really can keep you from seeing the progress you want to see. In order to build muscle, that requires that you're having good quality food and enough food. Your body needs that food to repair itself, restore itself, and to build that muscle. So making sure that you are eating enough that you should be. Of course, it's going to fluctuate from person to person. I always hear that number like 1,200 calories. That is way too low. That is like what a child would eat, and that is just not enough food to fuel your body. Of course, though, for each of us, it is going to be different based on a bunch of different variety of factors. So it's hard to sit here and say eat this many calories, because that is just not realistic. But it is important that you are not under eating, and that you are eating enough for your weight, your height, your gender, all of that. Take into consideration whether even you talk to your own nutritionist, you do your own research for yourself, but making sure that you are just not under eating, because you may think that's going to help you lose weight faster, but trust me, in the long term, it's not going to be beneficial at all. And you're just it's going to lead to also a lot of unhealthy eating habits and disordered eating patterns. You want to make sure you view food as a good thing and something that's going to nourish and just be good for your body. This year in particular, I really learned that it's important to have a healthy relationship with food and learn about what's going to fuel your body to make you feel better inside and make you feel more energetic and just healthier. When you're eating good quality foods that are healthy for you, it also just makes you feel better. See your body as a vessel and to take care of it with what you put inside of your body, and also putting enough inside of your body, because your body does need that food and all of that nutrition. Many health foods aren't actually that healthy for you. So I'm talking about those like boxes of foods that say like less fat or this is healthy for you, and you find out that it's actually not that healthy for you. And although it may be lower calorie, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily healthy for you, and it could just be full of processed junk in it. So a lot of the times companies and food brands use it as a marketing tool. They know that people are going to buy things if they use things like low calorie or less fat or low in sugar. So these are all marketing strategies, and a lot of the times it works, but those foods don't always mean that it is healthy for you. Really want to make sure that you are aware of that, and you're aware of which ingredients are good for you and which ingredients aren't the best for you, because ingredient lists are really important to look out for. How your food is processed is very important. I personally really have been focusing on eating high quality whole foods and staying away from processed foods. So I've been really into home cooking my meals at home, because I know exactly which ingredients I'm putting into it. And like I said, I'm sticking to a lot of whole foods. So not boxed foods or like lean cuisines where they seem like they're healthy, but they're actually very processed and not the greatest for you. You wanna make sure you're putting healthy foods in, and not just foods that are full of these processed ingredients and ingredients that aren't actually good for you in the long run. Water is your best friend. I really try to stick to drinking a ton of water throughout the day. Even though it is annoying that you have to make more bathroom trips, it is totally worth it. When you keep up with your water drinking, you're less bloated. It helps reduce and remove the toxins in your body. It also helps with the outside of your body, including even your skin. It allows you to get better sleeps. There's so many things that you don't realize that water helps you with. I feel like a lot of us don't drink enough water, and it's something that we can always include into our diet. You can't always rely on motivation. Although you may follow a lot of fitness influencers or just people that are really into fitness and all that, and it may look like they're on top of it 24/7 and they are just goals and you wish you could be like them, just remember that not everyone is motivated every second of every single day. There are gonna be days that you're not motivated, that you're tired, that you're over it. And I am totally like that, but you need to find something else that's going to help push you. You also need to make sure that you understand your body. Are you just unmotivated, but you know if you work out you'll feel better? Or are you literally actually tired and you need to give your body a rest day? Because that is okay too, and that is something that you have to learn to be okay with, is sometimes your body does need those recovery and rest days, and by having a rest and recovery day, it's actually more beneficial for you than pushing through and just constantly working because you guilt trip yourself. So learning that balance, and also knowing that it is okay and it is normal not to be motivated every second of the day. You definitely sometimes are going to have to push yourself, and you're also going to have to learn that it's okay to have a rest and recovery day for your body. Progress is not linear. It can be really frustrating. You know, we start this fitness journey, we work out one day, and we wish that we could get progress in one day, but that is just not realistic. It is called a journey for a reason. It takes time. Sometimes your journey may be like this, and that is totally okay. Everyone's journey is individual. There's always going to be little bumps and things in the road as well. And one thing to really take into consideration is our weight can fluctuate anywhere between 2 to 4 pounds from day to day. And that has to do with a variety of different factors, including maybe you ate a heavier meal the night before, or Mother Nature calls and you may have menstruation, or it could do with just digestion or sleep or not taking a bowel movement. There are so many things and factors that may make you fluctuate. So to keep that in mind, and that's why sometimes you won't notice differences from day to day, but over time, within months and stuff, you will see that difference. And just know that it's okay. Sometimes you may plateau. Sometimes you just may have better weeks than other weeks. It's just never going to be linear. It's always going to be a little bit of a roller coaster, and that is totally okay. Our weight is going to fluctuate the different age groups that we get. There are so many factors to take into consideration and to not be too hard on yourself. And I really started to focus more on, as long as I'm eating healthy, to make sure I live a full healthy life and I'm moving my body so I can also take care of my body. That is all you can do. You can only do so much, and don't be so hard on yourselves. We're always our worst critics. We always know how to bring ourselves down, and we don't lift ourselves up enough. So just being patient and just being easy on yourself and forgiving with yourself, because as long as you're working on yourself, that is all you can do. And you know, every day is a new day. Those are the 10 things I wish I knew before starting my fitness journey, from when I just signed up for my first gym when I was like 17 or 18 years old to current day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful. Like I said, let me know what is one of your fitness goals or what your current plan is. I'm curious to know. I will link down below my fitness and health playlist. There is a ton of videos on there, so if you guys just want to watch any of them, definitely do so. If you want another video like this, let me know by thumbsing it up, because I honestly have even more than what I just mentioned today. There is so many things I learned and so many things I regret doing. So if you want another one, I definitely will. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. I do post every single Tuesday and Thursday. And on that note, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.